put some highlights on this side. Lighten these up a little bit. Because like I said, this is not the closest that things are going to get to where we are, to where we're standing on the side of this cliff. We're looking this misty morning valley. Let's tap in some of that light. And come back in our trees like we always do. Add some little bit more dark highlights. I do, not every, you don't have to do your trees like I do. You know, once you start doing this, you're going to figure out your own method for doing trees. Kind of like I did, you know, watching those other guys that we talked about before. They do their trees totally different. I mean, and they both do their trees differently than each other. And these are like the masters. You gotta figure out what works best for you. You know what I'm gonna do here? We're gonna put a bigger one in here. This guy's coming even further up the hill. Put an even bigger guy right there. You know, these guys started coming up the hill. This guy's what, halfway up. He's getting real close. And talking about the laws of values and distance. What does that tell us? That tells us that these branches will be a little bit more defined. They will have a little bit more detail. And they'll be just a little bit lighter in value, or a little bit darker in value, sorry. Yeah, I think we're gonna do another big guy in there. We're gonna keep them guys marching up this hill. That's also gonna do two things. We're gonna put them over top of these foothill trees that we had back here on our mountains, our hills, baby mountains, whatever you want to call them. It's going to push them back. Remember, the other way that we create depth, not only with values and color, is by creating layers overlapping. When you paint something on top of something else, it automatically sets it back. It makes that so much more distant. In here with our dark. Put in some more branch details on top of that light, which we put on top of our dark. Alright. And something else you can do here just for fun. And we can take our real small script liner. If you remember me talking, I couldn't find anything small enough that I liked, so I took a script liner and trimmed it down. I actually cut the bristles off until there's only a few left. But you can come in here with this and just, some trees in there that aren't pines. Just makes it busier, more natural. And if you look at if you walk into a forest with all these pine trees, it's not just pine trees that are there. All kind of other trees growing in there. When you do this, you're just adding what you actually see in a forest. You can overlap some of these right over your pine trees, stuff growing in front of the pines. Make it in there as tall as you want. Put a couple of big guys in there. Some branches coming off. You can even get our grass brush going in here and some grass. Come up right in front of those pine trees. Grass on our path. Little gap there. Alright. Now this is where we're going to blow your mind. Alright. We're going to make this like we're standing on this cliff overlooking the valley with the mountain on either side, but we're going to be standing under a tree while we're viewing this. And this is where you're going to say, he's lost his mind. This will be the closest layer. If we want to be standing under a tree, we got to have some branches in front of us to tell us that's what we're doing, right? Alright, so here we go. Darkest color we have. I'm going to bring it off the canvas. And we're going to put in a big old branch. Coming right down across our view. It's going to go across the mountain. It's going to go down through the valley.